Yo, yo, what up, YouTube? Playing into Herc on her. They frenzy, so we just have to back up off the first wave. Let them invade. We're playing Geb Artemis. I chose to go for a more defensive option. I know a lot of supports have been enjoying Horrific. And if I'm not mistaken, Horrific beats Girdle or Frenzy early game. So say first wave, say Herc does that. He frenzies and I Horrific. If we weren't playing such a late game focused comp here in the duo lane, we actually outclear. Just the damage numbers, like the attack speed slow from Horrific and stuff like that. Pretty sure it beats Frenzy. That's something good to know for everybody out there. Artemis seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. We just AFK farm for a bit, not going to show us just farming minions while they're taking camps. It's just not how we do things around here. Try to give some tips and cut to the action of what's important in my eyes. Duking it out. Artemis calls for the attack, so I go in. Could have shield auto canceled. I wanted to save it for her just in case something happens. We don't have anything else after that. We definitely won the trade. Herc ended up basing. Now we're clearing. Just having a little bit of fun there. End up forcing his jump. That's pretty good. Artemis calls for a gank, but I'm like, I don't have anything up. Maybe if I have blink. Could have shielded her. Didn't choose to ult. And I can't do basic math, so I dumped my shell. Pretty dumb. Real tragic if you ask me. End up losing both the mid camps. My Yu Huang chose to do backs, and I AFK sat in mid. But that was a great play from him for sure. Just miscommunication. Like I said, you know, I don't play Conquest too much anymore, so I'm gonna be making mistakes when it comes to farming. And I just tried to point one out there. Like, I didn't even try to contest them on left mids, and that's where they were coming from. Trying to go 50-50, not being able to see Nuwa in a tower dive. Never good, man. So we just backed off there.
My ultimate is ready. Ultimate is ready. Attack.
No way. I don't have a lot of mana, so I chose to try to fight and burst down this Nuwa. Luckily, my mid laner does follow up with me. I was thinking about shelling the Nuwa ult, but then again, I was like, probably should have. Hindsight's 20/20. This is great, though. I chose to go for more of an early game focused Stone of Binding, a little bit more damage item. Unfortunate that Herc, you know, went the other way for my rollout. Sorry. Solid gank from the Wukong jungle. I said that because I took the kill and I didn't really mean to, but it happens from time to time. Try not to BM your supports. You can be a little mad, but don't talk shit on them. Especially if they're making plays. I'm going to have a really good example. I do think that Scepter might be the best on supports. Just because of how good it is for clearing the green buff, and it's terrible. Like I said, I'll show an example later. Honor got smacked. I couldn't do anything. I still have Shell. We're just abusing them. As long as Guan was hitting me, or trying to, I thought that that was good, but I didn't want Artemis to take too much damage from Herc. Maybe it was a misplay. Maybe I just keep whacking Guan. I just wanted to make her feel more safe with me close by. I like peel for her. Ulting was a good option for me. I just did it so late. Didn't really know if I needed it. That was some sick reactions. That Herc pull. You never want to try to immune a Herc too. Always wait for him to driving strike. This is a tragic situation. My Artemis is rotating though. Actually awesome. I'm a tanky boy. Just a Giga Fed support at this point. I'm level 14. Higher than their mid in their ADC. Like, there's no way they're killing me. I do that way more when I play Geb. I try to always double take, make sure that the ADC is safe. And I'm always trying to just flick. I get that snapshot information. You want to get better at the game, that's something that you could try to do. Maybe raise your sense when you're on controller.
I've got your back.
This is a little tragic. Yeah. I think my shield was up before Yu Huang died. If I were a little quicker, potentially could have saved him for a bit longer. He probably doesn't die though. Look at this fight or he probably doesn't live. All the people in this lane, no shot. I don't feel too bad. For some reason I choose to go over to minions. It'd be a little bit of ADHD or something. Go ahead, diagnose me. We get our teams looking healthy. I'm like the weakest one. And they just follow up perfectly. Feels good. I'll tell you one thing, if you aren't running Blink on Geb, you're just a pansy. So coming back to it. Look at how slow this clear is. It feels awful, man. I also have a damage item too on Geb, like, ugh. Scepter would have been nice there. Both our teammates got picked when we were based, and all I wanted to do was try to steal Pyro. Artemis ends up ulting, I think. Yeah, she ults. And I think I could have gotten out. You know, I can respect it. Just unlucky. Maybe I should have told her to retreat before. She was also feeling cocky. Like, I'd bet, you know, we can take him.
On my way.
No reason to blink in. Slow the Sobek, try to make it easier. Once again, a little slow on reacting to Yu Huang getting ganked there. This is still great. Like, I'm nitpicking so hard. In reality, like, if you get one good Geb shield off in a fight, immune one bit of CC, like, you're doing your job, man. Trust me on that. It does feel good. He's annoying to play up against for sure. Any assassin that has CC, you just insta Geb shield it, they're tilted. This is so awkward. For some reason, Herc, like, he dumped his ult randomly, probably a fat finger, so I'm not too worried about him. Now I got real scared about that on her, finishing it off with the ult.
I'm pretty mellow.
Another good tip, the reason why I showed that. No need to run in by yourself and tank. Like, wait for your team to get to the tower line. Reason why I didn't Geb shield Artemis, I don't think a Guan was going to be able to burst her into 3 or 4 people guarding her. Taking some greedy shields. I ulted for the damage off Pride Wind. And maybe get some CC, but I don't think it hit anybody. Hard to tell. Yeah, she could have died for sure, Artemis, if I would have just 2'd instantly off of on her's jump instead of shielding her, but I was in panic mode. Yeah, by no means am I an insane support, but I'm trying to get better and just have some fun while playing the game. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.